Dear friends, as we journey through our golden years, we carry a treasure trove of wisdom, experience, and stories that deserve to be honored. Yet, every now and then, we encounter people who seem to forget the value of respect. They might interrupt us mid-sentence, toss out a snarky comment, or act as if our time and feelings are unimportant. It's frustrating, isn't it? Those moments can make us feel small or question our worth. But let me tell you something, you are not small. You are a force, a beacon of resilience, and you deserve to be treated with the dignity you've earned. Today, we're diving deep into 5 powerful, practical, and uplifting ways to handle people who don't respect you. These aren't just quick fixes, they're tools to help you reclaim your peace, protect your heart, and shine with confidence. Designed with elders in mind, these strategies are simple to use, easy to remember, and packed with motivational energy to remind you of your strength. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's explore how to stand tall in the face of disrespect, because you, my friend, are worth it. 1. The silent stare, a quiet power move that speaks volumes. Let's start with a technique that's as simple as it is mighty. The silent stare. Picture this, you're sharing a story about your life, maybe a memory from decades ago, and someone rudely cuts you off or makes a dismissive remark. Your instinct might be to argue or shrink back, but here's a better way. Stop talking, lean back slightly, and fix them with a calm, steady stare. No words, no frown, just your eyes locked on theirs for a few seconds. It's like saying, I see you, and I'm not playing your game. Why it works? Disrespectful people thrive on getting a reaction. They want you to get flustered, stammer, or snap back so they can feel in control. But when you meet their rudeness with a silent, unblinking stare, you flip the script. Suddenly, they're the ones feeling uneasy. It's like holding up a mirror to their behavior. They can't ignore it, and they don't know what to do with it. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about showing you're grounded, unshaken, and in charge of your own space. Let me paint a picture from my own experience. A few years ago, I was at a community center playing cards with a group of friends. One person, let's call him Tom, had a habit of talking over everyone, especially me. Every time I tried to share a thought, he'd jump in with a loud, "Oh, that's nothing," or change the subject. It was exhausting. One day, I'd had enough. When Tom interrupted me again, I stopped mid-sentence, crossed my arms, and gave him a long, calm stare, about 5 seconds, but it felt like forever. The room got quiet. Tom's smirk faded, and he started fidgeting, mumbling something about just joking. The best part? He didn't interrupt me for the rest of the game. That silent stare was like a magic wand. It shifted the energy and reminded everyone, including me, that my voice matters. How to do it? Stay calm. Keep your face relaxed, not angry. Think of it as a serene, confident gaze. Hold the stare, aim for 3 to 5 seconds, just long enough to make them notice, but not so long it feels like a showdown. Breathe, take a slow breath to stay centered. This keeps you in control. Move on. After the stare, carry on with what you were doing, as if their rudeness was just a fleeting breeze. The silent stare isn't just a tactic, it's a declaration of your worth. Every time you use it, you're reminding yourself that you don't have to beg for respect or fight to be seen. You're a person of depth and strength, and your presence alone is enough to command attention. For elders, this is especially powerful. Society sometimes tries to push us to the sidelines, but the silent stare says, I'm still here, and I'm not invisible. It's a small act of defiance that feels like a victory every time. This technique also teaches us patience. As we age, we learn that not every battle needs words. Sometimes, silence is the loudest way to say, I respect myself too much to let your behavior shake me. Try it the next time someone tests your patience, and watch how it transforms the moment and how it makes you feel unstoppable. 2. Embrace silence. Let your quiet strength shine. Here's another gem that's often overlooked. Silence. When someone disrespects you, maybe with a snide remark or a backhanded compliment, resist the urge to respond right away. Instead, pause, take a deep breath, and let their words hang in the air. Say nothing. Smile faintly if you want, but don't give them the reaction they're fishing for. Disrespectful people are like actors looking for an audience. They want you to engage, argue, explain, or get upset so they can keep the spotlight on themselves. Silence takes that spotlight away. It's like refusing to clap for their performance. By not responding, you're saying, your negativity doesn't deserve my energy. That quiet pause forces them to sit with their own words, and trust me, most people don't like the sound of their own rudeness echoing back. I'll never forget a moment at a family reunion. A distant cousin, who always had a knack for teasing that felt more like bullying, made a comment about how I must be slowing down because I didn't join a lively dance. In the past, I might have laughed it off or explained that my knees aren't what they used to be. But this time, I chose silence. I looked at him, raised an eyebrow, and said nothing. The silence stretched on, and you could see him squirm. He tried to laugh it off, but when no one joined in, he quickly changed the topic. That was the last time he made a jab at me. Silence wasn't just powerful, it was liberating. How to do it? Pause deliberately. Count to 3 in your head before deciding whether to respond. Stay composed. Keep your body language relaxed, maybe nod slightly or tilt your head. Shift focus. After the silence, move on to something else, like asking someone else a question or continuing your task. Practice. If silence feels hard, try it in small moments first, like when someone makes a minor rude comment. For elders, embracing silence is like tapping into a well of inner strength. You've lived through decades of challenges, raising families, navigating careers, weathering storms. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Silence lets lets you conserve your energy for what truly matters: your joy, your peace, your loved ones. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you're choosing you. It's a reminder that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's opinion. Silence also teaches us boundaries. As we age, we realize that not everyone deserves access to our thoughts or emotions. By staying quiet, you're drawing a line in the sand. You don't get to pull me into your drama. This is especially important when dealing with younger folks who might assume they can talk over us or dismiss our perspective. Silence says, I'm above this and I'm at peace. Try it and feel the freedom it brings. 3. Stop explaining yourself, your life, your rules. Have you ever felt like you're constantly justifying your choices? Maybe someone asks, why don't you travel anymore? Or why do you still knit when you could buy a sweater? It's as if they think they're entitled to a full report on your decisions. Here's the truth. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how you live your life. Your choices are yours, and they're valid simply because you made them. Why it works: when you explain yourself, you're giving others permission to judge you. Disrespectful people love this. They'll poke holes in your reasoning or use it to make you doubt yourself. By refusing to explain, you shut that door. A simple, "that's what I decided," shows confidence and sets a boundary. It's like saying, my life isn't up for debate. This stops their questions in their tracks and reminds them that you're in charge of your own path. A few years back, I decided to downsize my home and move into a cozy apartment. Oh, the questions I got. Why would you leave your big house? Don't you miss your garden? At first, I'd launch into long explanations about wanting simplicity and lower maintenance. But the more I explained, the more people felt entitled to weigh in, offering unsolicited advice or acting like I'd made a mistake. One day, I tried something new. When a neighbor asked, why move to such a small place? I smiled and said, it's what I wanted. That was it. No details, no justification. She looked surprised, then nodded and moved on. It felt like I'd reclaimed a piece of my freedom. From then on, I stopped explaining, and life got so much lighter. How to do it: keep it short, respond with one sentence, like it felt right for me, or that's my choice. Smile confidently. A warm smile shows you're at peace with your decision. Redirect. If they push, change the subject. Ask them a question or talk about something else. Practice self-trust. Remind yourself that your choices are enough because they're yours. As elders, we've earned the right to live authentically. You've spent decades making tough decisions, raising families, and building a life. You don't need anyone's approval to keep doing what's best for you. Stopping explanations is like shedding a heavy coat. You feel free to move through life on your own terms. It's a bold reminder that your wisdom and intuition are enough. This strategy is about reclaiming your autonomy. Society sometimes expects elders to justify their choices, as if we need permission to live differently than younger folks. But your life isn't a public forum. By refusing to explain, you're saying, I trust myself, and that's all that matters. This is especially empowering when dealing with people who think they know better than you. Your choices are a reflection of your unique journey. Own them with pride. 4. Keep your distance. Guard your heart and peace. Sometimes, the healthiest way to handle disrespectful people is to limit your time with them. This isn't about holding a grudge or being unkind. It's about protecting your energy and surrounding yourself with people who make you feel valued. If someone consistently disrespects you, it's okay to step back and create some space. Why it works: think of your life like a garden. You want to nurture the flowers that bloom, people who uplift and respect you, and pull out the weeds that drain you. Keeping your distance from disrespectful people is like weeding your garden. It gives you room to breathe, think clearly, and focus on relationships that bring joy. Distance isn't punishment, it's self-care. I once had a friend, Mary, who had a habit of making little jabs about everything: my cooking, my clothes, even the way I organized my book club. At first, I thought, that's just Mary being Mary. I'd laugh it off, but those comments started to weigh on me. I dreaded our weekly coffee dates. Finally, I decided to try something. Instead of seeing her every week, I cut back to once a month. I filled that extra time with other friends who made me laugh and feel appreciated. The difference was night and day. I felt lighter, happier, and more like myself. Distance didn't just protect my peace, it helped me see that I deserved better. How to do it: start small. Reduce contact gradually. Skip a meetup or shorten a phone call. Be polite but firm. If they ask why you're less available, say, I've been focusing on some other things. Fill the space. Spend time with people who respect you or activities that bring you joy, like gardening, reading, or volunteering. Let go of guilt. Remind yourself that you're not obligated to keep anyone close if they don't treat you well. Keeping your distance is an act of love for yourself. It's a reminder that you're worth more than snarky comments or dismissive attitudes. As elders, we know life is too precious to spend with people who dim our light. By choosing who gets access to your time, you're building a life filled with warmth and respect. That's a powerful gift to yourself. This strategy teaches us that we're allowed to prioritize our well-being. Society sometimes tells us to keep the peace or stay loyal, even to people who hurt us. But your peace is worth protecting. Distance gives you clarity to see which relationships truly matter and helps you invest in those that lift you up. It's not selfish, it's necessary. 5. Hold your head high. Shine with unshakable confidence. When someone disrespects you, they're trying to make you feel less than. Don't let them. Instead, stand tall, pull your shoulders back, and hold your head high. Walk like you know your worth, because you do. This isn't just about posture, it's about carrying yourself with the confidence of someone who's lived, loved, and learned. Why it works: Folks' confidence is magnetic and a little intimidating to disrespectful people. They rely on making you doubt yourself, but when you hold your head high, you're saying, "Your words can't touch me." It's like wearing an invisible crown that reminds everyone, including you, of your value. People who disrespect others often back off when they see unshakable confidence because it disrupts their game. I remember a moment at a local senior center where a new member made a snarky comment about my choice to wear bright colors. "Aren't you a bit old for that?" she said with a smirk. In the past, I might have brushed it off or felt self-conscious, but that day, I decided to own it. I stood up straighter, smiled, and said, "I love my colors, they make me happy." Then I walked away, head high, and joined a group of friends. Later, I noticed she stopped making comments. My confidence didn't just shut her down, it inspired others to embrace their own style. That felt like a win for all of us. How to do it: check your posture. Stand or sit tall, shoulders back, chin up. It instantly boosts your confidence. Smile lightly. A gentle smile shows you're at peace, not rattled. Keep moving. Don't let their words stop you. Continue your conversation or activity with pride. Affirm yourself. Silently repeat, "I know my worth," to stay grounded. Holding your head high is a celebration of your journey. You've faced hardships, raised families, built careers, and created memories that no one can take away. Every wrinkle, every gray hair is a badge of honor. When you carry yourself with pride, you're telling the world, "I'm proud of who I am." That's a message that inspires everyone around you, especially younger generations who need to see what true strength looks like. This strategy is about claiming your space. As elders, we sometimes face stereotypes that try to diminish us, people assuming we're frail, out of touch, or irrelevant. Holding your head high is a rebellion against those ideas. It says, "I'm vibrant, valuable, and here to stay." The more you practice this, the less disrespect will affect you, because you'll be too busy shining. My dear friends, you are a masterpiece, shaped by years of love, loss, and triumph. Don't let anyone's disrespect make you forget that. These 5 strategies, the silent stare, embracing silence, stopping explanations, keeping your distance, and holding your head high, are like a toolbox for your heart. They're simple enough to use every day but powerful enough to transform how you feel about yourself and how others treat you. Here's the secret: respect starts with you. The more you value yourself, the more others will follow suit. Each time you use one of these tools, you're not just handling disrespect, you're building a life where your peace, confidence, and joy come first. You're showing the world that elders are not to be overlooked. We are forces of wisdom and grace. So, the next time someone crosses your boundaries, take a deep breath and choose one of these strategies. Maybe it's a silent stare that stops them in their tracks, or a confident stride that says, "I'm untouchable." Whatever you choose, know that you're not alone. You're part of a generation that's weathered storms and come out stronger. You've got the strength to handle anything, and you've got me cheering you on. Stand tall, protect your peace, and keep shining. You're not just handling disrespect. You're rewriting the story of how you're treated, one confident step at a time. Here's to you, your wisdom, and the beautiful life you're living.